Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Resin Me Up and 31 Days of Halloween. So, as you can see, I have some things out here, and today we're going to tackle a couple little molds because my theme this year is going to be pumpkins, but you'll see that they're going to be on the smaller side. So I've gotten out some orange glow-in-the-dark paste, and I've got out this mold, and you may remember this from last year, but I need to get that hair out of there. We're going to be doing these, and I had to put this on a mold that will press up the center because for some reason this mold kind of dips in the center. And what this mold has is pumpkins, stars, moons, bats, and ghosts. So we're going to fill all these up because as we move through my 31 days, you'll see what I will do with those. And we'll probably be filling this up as an extra. But today, we're going to fill these up to use, or just so you can see what they look like. And then this one as well. So I am going to mix up. I've already got my resin mixed up. I'm going to put some of the orange glow-in-the-dark powder paste. And I made this myself. It mixes so much better in the resin than the powder. And I'm sure you guys know how to make paste. You just use your leftover either A or B, and you just put your powder in it, and that's how you get a paste. And I made this last year and used quite a bit of it, and you don't have to worry about it going grainy on you when you're mixing in your powders. And I plan on doing that. I got a new box of the Let's Resin glow-in-the-dark pigments, and I plan on making a paste out of all of those colors. I just have to go and get me some jars. Because as far as I'm concerned, Let's Resin, at least that I know of, has the best glow-in-the-dark pigments. I don't have any other glow-in-the-dark pigments, so I can't really compare it. I know Tim over at the Base Resinator, he uses Counterculture, and I've not tried their pigments, so I can't really say whether Let's Resin is the best, but they're the only ones I've used. So to me, they're the best. So Tim, maybe you can sound off and say what you think about Let's Resin versus Counterculture, because I don't know. Because I know you've used Let's Resin in the past. So tell me, Tim, how do they compare as far as the glow factor? Because I watched your video this morning and you used them in your spider and your ghost. They seemed to glow pretty good, so I would like to know what your thoughts are on how they glow. And because this is made into a paste, you know, you can add a little bit more versus, you know, like when you put your powders in there. Because I have seen a lot of people just breaking them up with alcohol, and that tends to make your resin a little runny, And with this method, you don't have to do that because they're broken up in the part A or part B, whichever one you choose, because it doesn't matter. And that's how you make a paste. And then they stir in great and mix in perfectly. So if you're liking the glow in the dark pigments or powders for the Halloween season, that's what I would recommend that you do. It works great for me. I did it last year, and trust me, I used every single one of the glow in the dark powders last year. Okay. Now I'm going to spritz these because, well, this one, I'm not pouring orange in that. We're going to mix up another color for that, but this one is going to be orange. Let me move this aside so you can see that. And last year I did these in UV resin, and I wasn't as happy with them with UV resin. So this year I'm going to put them in resin. So I think I'll get better results. And there is a little tiny stem up there, but it flowed right into it nicely. Okay, I think that's full from what I can see. Perfect. Okay, now for these, I'm going to get a pipette because they seem to fill up easier that way. And the hat, this time I'm not going to mix up so much. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. I got to use it all anyway, so. It's blue. My little spatula should fit in this one. Yes. We're going to test this matte mold and see how well it glows being matte. By the way, you guys, I'm not telling you what I'm making for my final project. You're going to have to watch and see. Every year I try to one-up myself. Although Laura kind of gave it away what the theme was, but that's okay because each one of us will create something different. So, but I'm not going to give away my final thing until the end. So there you have it. Oh, yes, I guess I can get my thing in there. All right. Well, there you have it, y'all. Those are our things for today. And like I said, there's a reason that I need these. But you will have to wait and see what they're for. It's a mystery. And you know how I love mysteries. All right, y'all. Well, we'll see you on Demold. Get my hands wiped off here. All right, y'all. See you on Demold. Bye. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. So, these are ready. Guess what I did? I tipped this over when I was moving it earlier. Oh, that was fun. Good thing I had parchment paper on here because I was just able to pick it up and put it all back in here. All right, I got to be really careful with this. Because it's really, really thin. Oh, perfect. Got it. So that's what that looks like. Isn't that cute? Now, I know that this isn't reversed. I think if I pour another one, I don't know. Because I thought about pouring, I am going to pour more, but I was thinking if I poured another one, if it would be this, so I could put two together, you know? I guess I'll just have to wait and see when I pour another one. Yeah, this one here was the one that spilt the most. But I gotta get my cutters here. Cut this off. Cut this off around here too. These things make great little additions to things, the outsides of things. Can't tell you like what kinds of things, but they make great little additions to outsides of things. And then you can see all those little things on there. And then this cute little face. And see if my, yep, it is. Put my thing back together here. so you can see how it glows in the dark. I'll turn the lights off here in a second. Let's get these out of here. Little itty bitty pumpkins. And little bitty ghosts. Again, you'll see what these will be used for. And little bitty bats. Okay, Sylvia, we hear you. For goodness sakes. And stars. And I've got some molds coming too that have not arrived yet. They weren't supposed to be here till here in a day. Even though I ordered them, they were not due to be here till October 3rd or 4th or something like that. So I'm awaiting. So moons and stars, little pumpkins, little ghosts, and bats. Okay. This is so cool. All those little things on there. There's a cobweb, some, I think it's all cobwebs, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll show you what we're going to do with that. And then this is Mr. Pumpkin. And our stars and moon and bats. Are they cool? So, yeah. Oh, there's a little moon over here. So that's what those all look like. So I'm going to make some more of these. Not on camera. I just wanted to show you what I was doing with them. And that you will be seeing these come up in the future 31 days of Halloween. And so that is what you're seeing today. And like I said, most of what you're going to be seeing for the 31 days of Halloween will be small like this, because it's just will be. It's so hard not to tell you guys, but you'll see, I promise. And I think you're going to like what's going to be my creation for this year. So be patient, sit back and just enjoy the process, and you'll see what it'll be at the end. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, there you have it. So I'm going to pour some more of these, and then tomorrow we will have another project that we're going to come up with for 31 days of Halloween. So there you have it, guys. I wish I knew, because when I pull it out like this, it flips over like this. So yeah, I should be able to make more and put them together. Yeah, so that'll be fun. Okay, there you go, guys. That's my mini project for today. So we will catch you guys tomorrow for day 3 of 31 Days of Halloween. So we'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Put your thinking caps on and see if you guys can guess. All right, y'all. Remember, stay curious, stay creative, and always stay positive and kind. And take care, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Stay spooky. Bye.